Welcome everybody. In this video we will learn how to multiply a monomial with a polynomial. And of course we're given this problem here that asks us to find the product of negative 2y cubed times negative 3y to the fourth plus 5y minus 5. Remember, the product is just the answer we get when we multiply two things. A monomial is an algebraic expression with just one term, so that's what we have out front here. That's the negative 2y cubed. It's just one term. And of course, a polynomial is an algebraic expression with two or more terms. Here we have three terms, so really this is a trinomial, but it falls into the group of polynomials. So the way that we are going to find the product of this, or multiply them, is we're going to use the distributive property. We're going to take this negative 2y cubed, and we are going to distribute it to each term inside the polynomial. So there's three terms in this polynomial, so that means we need to distribute it three times. So we need to go to the first one, the middle term, and the last term. So I'm going to rewrite this using the distributive property, showing that we're going to multiply this monomial out front with each term of the polynomial. So if we rewrite this here, we get 2y cubed times negative 3y to the fourth. I'm going to put that in parentheses to keep us organized. That is going to be plus negative 2y cubed times 5y. And then finally, multiply it by our last term here, negative 2y cubed times a negative 5. Next, we're going to just carry out our multiplication. The way we do this is we multiply the coefficients by each other, just like we would normally multiply integers. Then we will multiply the variables by each other and add our exponents together. So for this first one, negative 2 times negative 3 gives us a positive 6. And the y, we have 3 and 4. We add those together. It gives us 7. So it's 6y to the 7th power. Moving on to the next one, we have negative 2y cubed times 5y. Multiplying our coefficients together, negative 2 times 5 gives us a negative 10. Y to the third power times y. Well, there isn't an exponent here, but there is a 1 there. We just don't put it in there because it's not needed. So we do 3 plus 1 is 4, so it's negative 10y to the fourth power. And then finally, our last multiplication from distributing is negative 2 times negative 5. We do still multiply the coefficient just by the variable. And of course, that gives us a positive 10. And then our y cubed just comes along for the ride and enjoys the journey. Finally, we take a look to see if there's any like terms we can combine. Yes, we have y's here, but none of them have the same exponent, so they are not like terms. Remember, like terms have to have the same exponent and the same variable, and so none of these are like terms, so we can't combine them, but we can just write a simplified expression at the end here. Here we have 6y to the 7th, and adding a negative is just like subtracting, so we're going to do minus 10y to the 4th, and then plus 10y cubed. And that is the final answer, or the final product, when we multiply a monomial and a polynomial.